Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the fourth and final Doki Doki livestream. I don't know if I'm ready for these side stories, like, holy. Did I really? No way, I guess it's a celebration this stream then. We got all the mods in here. Alright, yeah, it looks like it. We have all mods right now. Alright, what is this? Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters. Okay. So we have Trust Part 1 and Part 2, and we have Understanding Part 1 and Part 2. Mike, you know what's going on here? So do I have to do Part 1 to get to Part 2? I'm assuming so. That was a dumb question, but are the side stories any good? I'm feeling pretty hyped if it's anything like the main story. Like, honestly, I wasn't expecting to like this game this much, but like, I'm super into it. Okay, when I first tried playing SSA on the 3DS, right? It was like, if you go left, like level 5 is right on the left, and then level 1 is like forward, level 2 is like to the right. It's all over the place. I mean, I was kind of rushing through it just to make sure it worked because I got it off eBay. I do that with everything just to make sure I don't give a good review before I actually try stuff out. I don't know, I found Giants a little easier to get into. Alright, we're starting with Trust Part 1. Alright. Yeah, I wonder if this is actually a real dating sim now. It says it had nothing to do, or it has nothing to do with the main story, apparently. Wow, is it just all the same? I was expecting to see totally different people. Okay. Alright. Monica's here again, that crazy psycho. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance. I missed debate club. Who knew it'd be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. Is this like her origin story, why she became evil? No one joined her club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. You're gonna get revenge for me pinging you? Oh, true, I forgot about that part. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, Do you like literature? Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it up over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late catch up to her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. This is weird because, I hate her character from the last story, but I'm gonna have to just, wipe my memory. Hello? What? Okay, this is still weird. Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay. I thought I got it wrong for a second. I'm sorry. It was super unprofessional. Don't apologize, I do it all the time. Oh? Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everyone? Well, about that. This is everyone. Really, just you? Well, we're gonna get more members. I'm working on it. Hold on a second. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Wait a second. She's saying it's just us two. I'm right here. Or am I just, listening in on a conversation? Am I just chopped liver or what? Why can't I be the vice president? I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? Sayuri. Yeah, I'm just a ghost. Okay, Raymond. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people. Oh no, I'm sorry. I do care, I promise. I've had a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about her. I'm sorry, this isn't a real club yet. Would you be interested in joining once there's a few more members at least? Well, no, I want to join now. Really? Yeah, sounds like fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it. So let me help you turn around something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica? That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We should go home and try to come up with new ideas to recruit new members. I can do that. Cool. I think we need to put more thought into the vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayuri suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug and then lets go. Some people can just use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayuri whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayuri is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm watching from the vents. Well, that's good. There's gonna be no spoilers today. Because I feel like most people played the original and not the PS5, like, exclusive, what do you call it? The side story thing. The DLC. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club. Monica and Sayuri to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she'll be first to arrive. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected. It's been 10 minutes already. Not with this 10 minutes again. Is she going to get water again from the water fountain? Maybe she changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. That's how I feel right now. I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayuri comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayuri spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. What's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up at you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Alright, have a good one, Trigger Happy Snappy Cowboy. How's it going, Flame Slinger? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayuri? And I'm also going to pin the Discord in the comments. There we go. Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that with you yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Awesome, sounds good, Raymond. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after a week I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so dumb. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be or something like that. Aw. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I would love that. Such a good way to learn more about people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that that's helping me form more of a cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kinda good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Sayuri, that's terrible. Oh my god, this is real foreshadowing to what happened in the last stream. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club? What if we had a sign that said free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kinda worried it would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? Wrong kind? People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. That would be so mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. You know, like finding people that are reading books. Thought it was pretty straightforward. Like in the morning or during lunch. And we'll tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem is, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing an assignment or something? Well, how would we know if they're just reading for fun? We could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. Didn't think about that part. Don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's find out how we can better engage people. What if we told them about activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah. I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayuri, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, just a random passerby who gets a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that, like... What the hell? Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I'd probably nap through that. That's you, Sayuri. Yeah, but it doesn't sound fun to most people anyways. We need to catch their interests. This sucks. Why is it so difficult? Yeah, she's thinking of me. This is all weird. This is getting weird. It's like tying into the rest. That's what I feel like it's doing. Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayuri? Me? Well, kind of like what I said in my poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself in ways that you can't normally do. I mean, we all have many thoughts and feelings that we don't get to share. It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? Well, we could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. I don't think that'll attract the right group of people. Good evening, Liam. Welcome to the stream. Well, that's kinda... I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. What is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom. I think I just got too excited and rushed, but you weren't... Never mind. Do you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Watch, it's gonna be like 10 minutes later and she's still not back. Monica sighs, starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. So basically, it seems like, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like we're in the past. I'm not actually here. I'm basically an event, like, spying on them. And the club started off with Monica basically alone in a room. And Sayuri is the only person who's joined the club. So it's just them two. I'm not even here right now. I don't know how I'm watching, but it's just them two. Yeah, it's the origin story. And it's gonna show us what turned Monica evil, maybe. Something like that. Monica sighs and starts jotting things on her piece of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write all the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica, you startled me. Sorry. But it's something important. On my way to the classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Alright, who do we think it is? It can be two people. Purple hair? Or snobby little short girl? Are you sure she's not doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Purple edgy. It's a simulation. I have no idea what that means, Liam. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers, stands up, and then the two depart the classroom. This way. You don't have to run. Sayuri leads Monica over to a particular classroom and then lowers her voice to a whisper. Oh, the tagline. See in here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like I'm a creep doing this. I should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president. I'd probably scare her. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and then timidly enters the class. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why, what happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up, so I kinda just left the flyer on her desk and walked out. That's kinda cute, but I'm sure she'll see it when she wants to. I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the classroom, Sayuri feeling rather accomplished and Monica feeling a bit embarrassed. That's kind of weird, like she didn't look up at all. She was like dead reading her book. Like if someone was like standing over me with like a flyer in their hand, I think I would probably look up from my book. But that's just me. Maybe she was super into it. Upon returning, Monica and Sayuri resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayuri's list, and with Monica coming up with new ideas of her own, the two, in the end, a better place from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah. I'd say we're starting to make some progress. I can't wait to get new members. Hey, what's this? Sayuri peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart? That's so cute. I thought it was a bit overdramatic. But Sayuri pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. Seems like you're always a bit afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself perfectionist? Yeah, definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like I can't accept things unless it's exactly like that. But in the end, it helps me to try my hardest. So I don't think anything's that bad. Like with this club, We have such an opportunity to make it exactly how we envision it. But it seems like we only have one shot. Very sus. 4 hours past your bedtime. Does it happen to be 12:47 where you are, or is it later? What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, and then shakes her head. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayuri taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think that's what you're trying to do. Is it to make the club that you need most out of anyone? Yeah, what is bedtime? Never heard of it. That's a good question. Well, you're the only one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help. Monica returns Sayuri's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayuri nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayuri breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, this meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayuri beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case. Sayuri waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck. That's also weird because in the actual main story, Sayuri wanted the alone time. And now she wants the alone time, but she doesn't like. This is weird. Okay. Sounds good. Ouija kid. No school tomorrow, lucky. I've got school, but not until 11:30. Yeah, very rare chance. I was gonna wear a beanie, but then it didn't really work out with this headset. Monica smiles and waves as she walks out of the classroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. How's it going, Victor? Welcome to the stream. I don't think you've joined one of these streams before. It's definitely a lot different than Skylander streams. I got both of the first two Spider-Man skins. I think I'm gonna try and get the last two, but I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to get there before the end of the season in Fortnite. It's a lot of work. All alone, she sighs to herself and zones out. We're just chilling, reading a bedtime story pretty much. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayuri, but she decides it was something that she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with a passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayuri leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. They disown you. You can wear the mask. I think I missed out on something here. Oh, right. Got you. Yeah, tiredness. Worried, Monica opens the folder. Poems. It's a folder of poems. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant, all for me, all for joy. I need more joy, I need more happy, pluck. Every day, pluck, so pretty in my hair, pluck. You're going to die. You're going to die, and you too. Alrighty then. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots carelessly, or oh my god, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in. The prosperous field is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that is why I've decided I must become the flower. Deep. Victor's probably like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Reading poems and shit. What the? Wait. Sayori? Whoa, alright. So I'm guessing that was part 1. Victor, don't even lie. Don't even lie. Alright, we're on to part 2 already. So it seems like really short. Yeah, like what the hell is going on here? My problem is, though, when I finish this, I'm gonna want another game. Mike, you know anything about a new game coming out? Because I will buy that in a second. Yeah, I don't understand that. Imaginators for PS4 is more than Xbox, but they're both so overpriced. Another day passes, and it's time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety from reading her poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be at the center of attention? No. What? There's 8? I was told there's 2 side stories. Like 4 different parts, like part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2. 2 different stories in 4 parts. There's more than that? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. Yeah, there's 4. I knew it. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. But that's the thing, I didn't write a poem for all the people in the main, and it's still giving me access to all the side stories. Or at least the first 2. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. And you told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder in here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayuri nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, you do that. Or, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. Yeah, they're all crazy expensive. You just gotta wait for a good deal. Weird. So if there's 7, I don't know. I guess we'll see as we go. Spenny Literature Club. It's understandable that Sayuri isn't ready to share certain things. Like they literally met 2 days ago. But it's unfair, as it is for Monica to pry. It's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah, Monica takes a deep breath. Okay, I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to recollect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club, a place where people can express themselves. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. Oh, I know what you mean. So basically, we did the story with the purple emo chick, or purple-haired emo chick, right? But we could have chosen any other person. So in that way, I guess there's different stories, but then I would have to restart the entire thing to get there, no? At least I'm assuming that's what you mean. Unless there's a way I can specifically skip to that part. Yeah. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. Doesn't have to be right now, but I'm here for you whenever you need it. I just want us to be ourselves like that. Sayuri smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayuri's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kinda just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're just gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start off by writing your feelings. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You just need to get your feelings down first, and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad, where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage, where you find all the things you want to put in, and you arrange it in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. I always get so caught up in how it sounds, and I forget what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, and writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, you idiot, and stares at the paper. True. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down that I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some time to getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. I mean... Also you, of course. Monica continues to exercise jotting down her thoughts. Surprisingly, quite a struggle to write down things without overthinking it. But after a while, Sayuri's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But it's something I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayuri beams. I'll stop here. But we still have time. Let's try and work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monica and Sayuri proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. Yeah, definitely couple the ship right now. As their bond strengthens... Oh, you know what I just realized? I mean, I should have noticed from the beginning when I clicked on this, but it said trust or whatever, something like that. I think that was one of them. I think this has, like, nothing to do with, like, psychological horror, and it's basically just a little fun friendship tutorial, basically. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find new members. But I want this to get all creepy like the original one. I hope something happens. I know, you've been trying to tell me that. And I knew that, but I'm just kind of realizing it again. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer. Excuse me. Complete with all new ideas Monica and Sayuri came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave out to that reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart and not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayuri had thought this would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. This is the first time I've yawned in a live stream, which is actually weird because I'm usually always tired. But I don't feel tired, but I just randomly yawn, so who knows. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to her previous meeting, when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what this club is all about? The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders becomes heavier. Debate Club was always about the rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conversation. It was about the person on the outside, That's why Monica was so good at it. I existed entirely within her realm of comfort. Now that you keep talking about yawns, now I'm definitely gonna keep yawning. I'm not even gonna try to, but it's just gonna happen. That's how it works. Suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny ink blot collects around the tip of her pen. Oh my gosh, wait. Isn't it Monica that would say that in the main story? Something about she would give me like Monica's fun fact of the day or something. Something about you have to keep your hand moving or else ink will make a puddle. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. What a dummy head. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses down her pen, once again letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica, just move your hand. Monica writes, "This is what I get for seeking perfection, a stain." Monica slides. Yeah, what a dum-dum. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Oh, it's nap time again. You must have missed what I said before. But we are reading the bedtime story of Doki Doki Literature Club that Mike Anoid specifically recommended to me, that was very dark. If you haven't heard of it before, very dark, but now it's just basically learning. Feels like, thank you. Yeah, super surprised to hit 300 that soon. The air conditioner seems very loud today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sayuri approach her desk and then stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Yeah, it's a real classic. Okay, what do you guys think? Next, I'm thinking next, I want to play a horror game. But I will give you guys an option, I think. I don't know, if that's what you guys want to see. I have 4 options to choose from, and it's going to be the Dark Pictures series. So, Until Dawn, Little Hope, Man of Medan, and whatever the most recent one is. I've played all of them before, but they're so good, so I want to play them again. They're pretty spooky, and you get to like choose your own fate, so yeah. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll drop it in the Discord later, and I'll do like a vote or something. Okay, but like, this is so crazy, because it's happening so soon. Like, what do I do for a 300 sub special? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's so many specials, like 300 sub special, 400 sub special, but what do I do that's different? I feel like I'm doing the same thing at this point. Ooh, chili. Nice. That's one I never finished, weirdly enough. Like, I'm pretty sure it was free on Xbox like a while back, and I started it. Yeah, just wait till 500. I feel like I should. Like, definitely it's like a big milestone every 100, because it's a big deal. But I feel like I'll wait till 500 to do something like, something super special, I guess. Alright. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Do one for every 100, but okay. If you tell me that I gotta do one for every 100, what do I do? Because I'm getting, like, stuck. Waiting for dessert. A big one at 500. Okay, so what are like small ones I can do? You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club. But also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to be vulnerable. Sayuri takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayuri gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayuri's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Oh, come on! This is crazy. 'Cause, like, this makes me so angry. She literally, like, made her freaking kill herself in the main story. After knowing this, she knew that, she gave this to her. And even after that, she freaking made her off herself. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. Sayuri, this is really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So, if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayuri takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Yeah, so it was before her, but we all know Monica had something to do with it, though. It's like leaving milk and cookies for Santa. You gotta make sure, just in case. You gotta always make sure you leave a hug. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayuri must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayuri needed? Sayuri's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts I have. It's much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. Leave a female Terry. That's the best one I've heard. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in the fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone else knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone always worries about me and asks what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayuri pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayuri pauses again, in solemn expression, making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll become one of those people too. Did we get a new member in the Discord? Welcome, Victor, and I'm pretty sure I saw someone else. Flameslinger, too. Welcome to the Discord, people. I'm worried. Parts of me really hates myself for doing this. Almost forgot to go back to the live chat. Very awesome. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think I just feel like it would be different at this time. Whenever we talk about the club... Oh my god, I feel like my reading is awful today. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was the right thing for me to do, especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It's just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. Oh, I know. Victor doesn't even know what goes on in our weird Discord. It's pretty sus sometimes. Gonna have to add him as a mod too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. Oh yeah, he did know about the buff profile pictures. I sent him a screenshot of that. It's so silly that this club is only 2 people, but it already means so much to me. I feel like recruiting him to that gang will be a difficult task. Monika feels a tightening sensation in her heart, feeling of connection as Sayuri's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, so strong, and brave. I don't even compare. Monika steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. That is the worst hug I've ever seen. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayuri rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. This is so weird. In this moment, enchanted by the air of the club. Yeah, that's just like basically the equivalent of a facepalm. It's like her nose is on her chest, not even like her head, it's like both. Me and Mike just chilling. When the air conditioning's hidden too good. Monika realizes that all these days have passed. This is the one where she really hopes that nobody new walks through that door, and probably someone will walk through the door. You're the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you, I promise. Yeah, I know, he keeps like missing out on the most crazy parts in here. Sayuri's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking to say the words that she never dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just as an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. It feels like everyone just has to put up with me. The more Sayuri speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts, I just want them to go away. Now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayuri loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayuri needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you, it's just being your friend. Oh, she got friend-zoned! Friend-zoned! Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows Sayori said it herself. And the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away. I think we all shipped. She just got friend-zoned. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would do. You have so much value to me and to your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that's ever happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are just the way they usually are, if that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course. It's always better to be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that would work. Sayori suddenly nods and stretches. Well, that made me tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I want to get a snack first. Yeah, I thought that was coming. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. Alright, I'm saying it's purple-haired chick. Has to be. The door opens halfway and then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Ba ba ba. Okay, what I want to know, because it's only 1:25, I mean, that's late, and it is a school night, but to be fair, if we finish the next chapter, right, is there a way we can go back into the main story and pick all the different endings? Like, I don't want to have to play through the entire game again, that will take forever, but I just want to know the different endings. How's it going, Ouija Kid? Welcome back. Yeah, like I want to do that. I don't want to play the whole game over again because I don't want to read that much, to be fair. We'll check later, I guess. Alright. We're on understanding. There's a skip button. Oh, fair. Honestly, okay. We'll try that. If it's not too late, we'll try that. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door. The door opens halfway and a face peeks in. The face seems familiar. I called it. I called it, guys. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her, it's the girl. It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving the flyer on her desk, it seems like she's found her way to the club. Yeah, I think Sky called that out way before. How... oh, it's not even one of the words. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps into the door and continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayuri continues to veil, containing her excitement. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like she'll be here eventually. But is my character gonna walk in, or is it gonna just be the events leading up to when I finally went to the club? I feel like I won't actually make my way to the club. It's happening. Thank you so much for coming. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Oh, nice name. Nice to meet you. I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone's welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and sitting down. She still hasn't said her name. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayuri, and this is Monica. Sayuri, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? This is even less of a game than an actual story. In the main game you can choose choices, but this is literally just a movie that I'm reading. Honestly, I would enjoy it so much better if it read to me. Even if I could get Siri to read this to me. Oh, weird. Didn't pop up on my phone. But like, come on, this is just a reading simulator. Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yeah, have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. Well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayuri, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them. So they must be great. I'm happy I found this club. You touch my book, I stab you. No, that defies the whole thing of me streaming. I'm so stupid. I left all my books in my locker. Should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably need to bring one for now. Sayuri nervously says... Oh my gosh. Sayuri nervously says, noting to herself that the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri sets down on the desk. True, okay, I'll get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayuri silently exchanging glances. Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for this. How do you handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I wrote when I was a kid. What game am I most excited for? Okay. I've never played Splatoon before, so I don't know, it looks good, but I can't really say that I'm most excited for it. I think that Nintendo Switch Sports, finally, like, why did it take them so long? Was the last sports game on the Wii? I don't think they made one for the Wii U. And that's the only console in between. I don't know why I felt like I had a whole list going. But they missed, like... The Switch has been out for 5 years, and they didn't have an updated sports game. I want to call it Wii Sports. I want to call both of them Wii Sports because it's so iconic. But either that or Mario Super Strikers. Did they really make one for the Wii U? The Wii U? Wii Sports Club. Oh, never heard of it, but at the same time I never had a Wii U, so... Yeah, the Switch has been out for, I want to say, just past the 5-year anniversary, so they're slacking. I'm sure it'll be fine. But if I didn't say that, yeah, the Wii U. But if I didn't say Mario Super Strikers, oh my gosh, that game was like my childhood on the Wii. So definitely that's gonna be a pre-order of mine. Oh my gosh, add it to the list. My list of pre-orders that I want is so long. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of things. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if it's our only interest? Doesn't it seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. Yeah, basically pre-order number 37. That one looked good too, yeah. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just get really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point out things like that. I'm just learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be good at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you should take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Oh my gosh, I just had like a mind-blowing moment, okay? Hear me out. Alright. So Monica just said that, oh, you should spend time with her and get her used to the club. I feel like Monica is gonna end up getting jealous that like Sayuri and everyone else are having fun together without her. And then that's what sparks her frickin' psychotic episode. That's just what I think. I don't know, yeah, Switch games are expensive to begin with, but maybe just for the nostalgia, I think it'll be worth it. And it has a campaign. I mean, I assume it does because the original one had a campaign. Monica versus Mike Noid. Besides, Sayuri lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against a dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on her desk. Yeah, I'd pay that. Definitely. They didn't make it for a while, but another thing that I just thought of, right? I don't know what it was called, like the Mario Basketball. I feel like the last one that came out was on the DS. Like, that was another one that needs a remake. Because Mario Baseball, they had one for the Wii U, I know that for a fact. But I don't recall Mario Basketball. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath slightly heavy, combined with such a short time gone, indicates she might have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back to Sayuri and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayuri feared, the book Yuri brought for her, just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. Yeah, Mario Hoops! Dude, that was the best. That game was so good. I still have it for the DS on my very, very legal flash card. Also, fun fact about that. So I have a flash cart that, like back in the day, my dad's friend would just load it with games for me, but I don't know, or we don't like talk to this dude anymore. So basically, I was wondering, do I need like a special like software or something to load games onto it? And also, it tells me when I plug it into my 3DS, because it was for my DSi, it says it doesn't work. Apparently you can only use it on one DS at a time. So I don't know how any of that works. I feel like Mike, you would know stuff about that. But yeah, I never really knew how it worked. I assumed it was easy, but then I realized I can't use it in my 3DS until I format it or something like that. So we'll see. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so it's going over those things that would be good to help keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayuri nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. And that's exactly what I have, yeah, now I remember. Yeah, the R4 card. Like, do you have one? Like, have you loaded it with stuff yourself? Because mine is, like, pretty nice, but the games are outdated. And it has, like, games that I played as a kid, but it does have Pokemon games that are modded. The only thing that's sad is that you can't transfer Pokemon from the R4 card into the game. I mean, makes sense, because it's not a real Pokemon game. That'd be kind of cheating, too, so I take back my my statement. You know, I think, like, we're gonna be reading together. I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayuri while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, looks at her book, and then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I immediately joined. I had no idea that someone was starting the literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to the club recruitment advertisements. Yeah, that's literally why I got it, basically. Like, I have games on there that I own, but the thing is, now I have, like, a growing collection, so I kind of want to do that. And, like, you know, I'm a collector, and if I have, like, a game that's not official, I'm gonna end up buying an official one, too. It's not like I just only have them on that card. I did not plan on joining the art channel. I mean, I'm in the art channel, but I did not plan on looking at it, but now I feel like I'm gonna have to look at it. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into the classroom and put a flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens. She shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid, I got nervous and couldn't even look up, so I just walked out. Took me several days just to come here because I was afraid. Then Monica told everyone else how inconsiderate I was. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt bad for interrupting you, so I just walked out. I was actually really hoping you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things at the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time meeting a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing it's just that you two. I definitely came at the right time. That makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's hard to find others who are into the same things I am. So I thought that the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just say anything. Things that you would think are dumb. Sayuri pauses with a look of concern on her face. How about I tell you something I'm into? And then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that'd be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into crafty things. Making cute collages or decorating like cards or jewelry boxes. My room is always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kinda silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Am not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I feel like going out into the woods, or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove yourself from everything. When do you like to do that? Just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends. Wow, I feel like I would never have time to do something like that. Well, I feel like I have a lot more time than we think we do. The three continue the conversation, led primarily by Sayori. What did he do? Oh no, did he draw something? For some reason that just hit me now. He definitely drew something kind of funky, eh? I'm gonna have to look at it. I was trying not to. Where is the art channel? Dude, what the heck is that? Why do I have a bow? Yeah, I did. Is it really that noticeable? I feel like I haven't said it much though. He drew a picture of me with a bow in my hair, and basically I'm skipping, I think. Yeah. So thank you for that. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh my god, this felt like the longest day ever. Looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams, Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye. As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. Feels like it's really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How do you feel about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot he said that. I think he meant like an alternate version of it. But, that works, I guess. I feel like this is the perfect time to say, 1, Mike, we need to play some more video games in general. I don't care what it is. 2, got a freaking long week ahead. A long 2 weeks. Got midterms coming up, and then it's reading week. So, I think until then, I'm gonna try and post a video every 3 days instead of... Yeah. every 3 days instead of every 2 days. Just because I don't really have enough time. I'm sure you guys are fine with that. I just thought I'd let you know. Mobile games. I played Clash Royale. I don't really play mobile games though. Fortnite stream with the bros. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I feel like that'd be fun actually. I think I will definitely look into that. And as in bros, do you mean would you like to be invited to that stream? Another day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. Tier Infinity. I'm assuming that's a yes? Oh, okay. For sure. Well, that is 2 people for sure. And then I'm sure Mike would join. And then, yeah. I mean, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, we need one more dude. For some reason, I feel like Victor doesn't play Fortnite. But we could always, force him. Mike, you have a way with words. You could definitely make him do it. Oh, are you? I kinda sorta tried to get back into Clash Royale, but I don't know. It's a lot of new cards were added and stuff since the last time I played, and it's just not the same. Yeah. Swallowing her anxiety makes her way to the club room. As she opens the door, she's surprised to only find Sayori in the club room. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of what exactly Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you just had to stop me so we could talk first. It was just very inconsiderate. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was just cute how excited you were. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyways. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested, but if you like it so much, then it must be worth the sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have the club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books. You know, like a club activity. Why am I being so resistant to this anyways? Wait, is Fortnite still on iPhone? I don't think it is. But I heard something about it's coming back. Because what even happened? There was like a scandal. Apple, I think they took sales away from Epic Games or something. I don't know. Something like that. But now I think it's coming back again. It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. You play it on the PS1, I play it on the Sega Dreamcast. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook. Wait, how come you need paper? It's useful to draw things sometimes, like maps, timelines, notes. I mean, yeah, that's effective. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke completely flew over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides it's probably the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. So that should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy. The more of it she details, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that is fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. Your smart fridge. Dude, that's actually so cool how you can watch YouTube and stuff on smart fridges, but I've seen people like actually try and play video games on it. It's so weird. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things that I write, like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think that we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. That's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots. Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kinda glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, Chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. I think I agree with your order. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Are these footnotes? A lot of dialogue has cultural references that refer explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, her expressions have been immersed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. I feel like these chapters are unnecessarily long. Or unneededly long. Like, why are they so long? The tables have turned. Wait, are you talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that they're having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes. For her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think that we can stop here for now. Okay, Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. I'm sorry. Sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori is left alone with her words. How'd this happen? We were just having so much fun. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's now the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. She wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't leave her book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought that I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down by having too much trouble following along. Yeah, if I was smarter, I'm sure we would be having much more fun. I need to do better for her. Wow, that was a long chapter. And now we have the final chapter. Oh my gosh. I really wish these were more intriguing. No, there is not more. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And frankly, if it's anything like these, I don't want to do it. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this, but I mean, I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I want action. Like action, like the first one. Dude, almond milk is not it. It's not it. But chocolate almond milk is okay. So if that's what you're talking about, chocolate almond milk is okay, and I will drink it, but normal is not good. I mean, like, at this point, I need action. This is just like, oh my gosh. Does it? I don't know, I might have to try it again. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Like, I feel like these two chapters they're probably good enough for the DLC. If there's more, I'll probably look into it first. I know it does. Yeah, if the next chapters seem like they have more action or something like that on Google, then I'll play them, but if not, I think we're good. I feel like I speak for everyone when I say that, unless I don't, if I'm wrong. definitely say something. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Minutes pass, nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students? I'm such a pushover. It's going to leave such a bad impression on the new club members. Monika rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri jumps at the sound of Monika's voice. Now we just got random music. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. I'm sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room was open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to express herself. She peers into the club room window and then looks away. Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Me? With the club publicity and stuff? Yeah. Monika's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayuri before? Did they not get along? Monika looks into the club room herself to see Sayuri sitting alone. What is with these chapters? Is this the Spenny Literature Club? Monika looks into the club room, sees her sitting alone. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict may have arisen. It's a little ironic that she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, and then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods, and then the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayuri, Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monika tenses up at this stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayuri do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayuri told me. What did you guys do yesterday? Just some reading. I'm glad. Hey, it really started to feel like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny, I felt intimidated at first when I first heard this kind of thing. But, you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. It's so silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interest as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayuri into it. It's just like the club is working. I'm really happy. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started something, but she can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. Just thinking. A moment passes in silence. Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just wanted to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel like I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monika pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? So we're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyways. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with the club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. Need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. Signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic is a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted it about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How's it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about anything? I can talk for hours about things I'm into. Unfortunately, I just don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayuri falls into the third category. She what? Hold on. You're saying that Sayuri is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayuri is too nice to me. How's it going, Portal Master? Welcome to the stream. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo that doesn't know how to make friends. This, I can honestly say, this is very wholesome, this stream. Yeah, a ton of mods here. It's the worst feeling, I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over the original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I knew that one was coming. I'm not tired, you're tired. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri looks down. I think I should tell her that. I think that you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face, it's pathetic. Yuri is different. Yeah, another yawn for the compilation. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain it to her, what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to another? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I don't... I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish thought out loud. Something that Sayuri would be able to say better. Sayuri is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they're in need of in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayuri even more assertive in her kindness, further exasperating this matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayuri wants to be your friend, I promise that. But it's okay for people to have different needs. I mean, Sayuri, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together on what they need. You just have to have good communication. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of the cycle I've created for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand you're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Love how this whole time they're like, we're gonna get so many club members, it's gonna be great. And they end up getting one other after this. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you. Anytime. Yeah, my throat is hurting from all the talking I'm doing. It hasn't been this bad since the first stream. Technically it's the third stream, but also technically we're on the fourth stream because when Mike made me end the stream. That was funny, I can't lie, that was pretty funny. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yeah, this is why I don't read, honestly. That and I'm lazy. Next stream, you're just gonna watch me in the box up here, just playing like this, just staring into your soul. No commentary. Yuri and Monica finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room... That's a good point. As the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. You'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never gonna feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't know it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's a downside of reading here in this club. I don't get to drink tea while I'm reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know. I'm guessing she's gonna say, you can make tea in the classroom because that's what happens in the story. Wow, you can use an electric kettle, you just have to fill it up with water at the sink and then go missing for 20 minutes at a time trying to find the water. Like it's some quest. The quest to find the water. Would that be possible? I'll look into it, I think it'll be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit, good luck. Monica waves. Alright, have fun at school. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety, the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri? Hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers her words, suddenly caught in her throat. Thank you, thank you. Very happy to be here at 300 subs. Still so crazy to me. Yuri stammers her words, suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sayuri has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look, Sayuri holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced, with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I also think it's going to be a struggle in the future because right now I looked at the thing and it says that I'm getting... Okay, so I had 200 subs last month, 100 the month before. So technically I've been getting 100 a month, and that's a good thing, but it sucks because it's going to make me want to get it every month, and I know that's just not possible. So that's going to be a struggle, but I'm just going to keep with the constant posts, and hopefully that does stuff. I was afraid you're getting disappointed in me, So I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sayuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. Did I say something wrong? Please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay, please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy, so I just thought that if we did something together that you'll really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I just do that? Okay. Thanks, Crusher. I'm pretty sure you're the person that I replied to. That one comment. I don't remember. I replied to someone. Someone said, if you get something like you'll be at 300 subs before the end of February. And I replied to it saying, I got it. I think it was you. Unless it wasn't you. Bad memory. Force people to subscribe. Yuri sinks to her knees. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayuri or the rest of the world. She should just leave and escape from here before Monica sees her like this. And before Sayuri tells Monica what she did. Emo bread. But before Yuri can pull any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. It's okay. Sayuri whispers in a soothing voice, it's okay, it's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayuri's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand that things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about it together. Yeah, basically they're just sad stories. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and speaks while steadying her voice. I think I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I don't think it'll happen. I mean, it didn't happen the last time. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayuri doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends with my interests. Because my interests are the only things that I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But whenever I catch myself overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayuri, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Wait, does that mean that the last chick is gonna be in this DLC too? In this episode? Because I feel like it should happen somewhat soon. Because it hasn't happened yet. Thank you for helping me understand you a bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while you were reading. so I'll help you with other things that you need help with too. But I feel like it would be so frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. Sounds kind of familiar. I wouldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was afraid you would get frustrated with me, but I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah. Eventually. I know, but my irrational fears just wouldn't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know that you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. Yes, I promise I will if they do, but I don't think that they will. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think that you're really considerate in your own way, worrying so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird, it's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but I try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I mean, I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'm glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're super duper smart and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems like it evaporated through the caress of Sayuri's arms. They're kinda already hugging. Your hair is so pretty. It's kinda random. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying about what to say. Sayuri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest, just on the floor of a school classroom. That's normal. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Don't jinx it, we haven't had a bot yet today. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Thanks. Thanks, Yuri. Way to kill the mood. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. You didn't. I just suppose it was kinda nice. Then why are you complaining about it? I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you, at all recently. Sayuri trots over to Monika. Ah, she whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayuri. Sayuri wraps her arms around Monika. Yeah, she is. Oh yeah, Sayuri. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayuri can kind of be a hug monster. Don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your read so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. Art, miss. Whatever. Never heard of it. I thought it was like a evil person. I don't know. Thank you very much, though. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me to not return the favor to you and learn about things that you like. Yes. So do you like poetry? Well, I mean, they're in the literature club, so I assume that everyone likes poetry. Here he smiles. Oh my gosh. Did we do it? Is that it? We finished it? No, please don't tell me there's more. There's definitely more. Wait, what? There's not. That's kind of a weird ending. Oh, I know what you mean. So we have the side story of Purple Hair Girl. Side story of this one. Yeah, I gotta write poems. Which I, in fact, don't want to do. Sorry. I don't know. It feels like so much work for just a sob story like this. If it was more like the main story, for sure I'd do it. But like, come on. I don't want to do this. And the stream start a new one? It is 2:30. Alright. What do you guys think? I mean, there's only 3 of us in here. Should I call it a night? Or do you want to see me stream something else? I mean, it's 2:30. I got school at 11:30 in the morning, so sleep would be fun. I don't know. Kind of feeling like I should call it. You're in. Yeah, I'd probably call it a night. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. If I call it a night, I'm gonna try and stream. I don't know what day, but hopefully what day is it? Well, today it's Friday. Well, technically it's Thursday, but in the morning it'll be Friday. So I guess I'll try to stream one more time this weekend. Because I have one presentation to do, like to make, and I have to present it on Monday. And I also have a midterm on Monday. So maybe I'll stream Friday or Saturday. That's what I'm going for. But I'll let you guys know in the Discord for sure. So, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks everyone for stopping by. It wasn't as crazy as the original story, but I think it was still okay. And next time we'll do something a bit different, so be sure to keep an eye open in the Discord, because I'm gonna do a little poll sort of thing, and you guys can vote on which game that I start next. Yes. So, thanks everyone for stopping by, and don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already, but I'm sure you all have. And I'll see you in the next one.